Hey there YouTube, it's Matt Fuller with my second TTM recap for the month of August 2020. This will have my trading cards and index cards, and I have a lot of autographs to show you. In fact, there'll be 99 autographs here. 85 cards, 14 index cards. My previous video had 4 autographs, which actually would have been 6, but I'd given 2 of them to my buddy. My previous video had my baseball and photos, which are more of my premium items. This one will be my trading cards and index cards. 34 out of 37 athletes from last month are displayed in this video. I will let you know if I have sent to them a lot in the past. I'll let you know if they took longer than 2 months to get a return. I'll let you know if I gave a donation, but I will not let you know their specific address. Please go to SCF or SCN. That'd be Sports Cards Forums or sportscollectors.net. I highly prefer sportscollectors.net SCN because they have a lot more addresses. It's $15 a year, but you know, if you can't pay $15 a year to get TTMs, you really shouldn't be paying to do autograph requests either. So it's worth the investment. Just once you try it out, you'll probably never go back to it. So here are my stack of cards here, and index cards. Yeah, there's 99 total. So I'm going to go in the order with which I received them back during the month of August. Please let me know if you'd rather see me do this once a week. I asked that with my first video for August TTM returns. I'm going to ask again, if you'd rather see this once a week instead of once a month, let me know. It is kind of nice that I can just zap right through 37 athletes in about 10 to 12 minutes, but at the same time, it'd probably be a lot more exciting if you could see these more frequently. Yeah, we'll see. In any case, we got Tully Blanchard. This actually took longer than 2 months. This took 75 days. This was the second time I'd ever sent him, and I've been TTMing for over 6 years. I love how he has the Bible verse inscription. Richie Hebner, I send to him about twice a year. I alternate donations. This one was not a donation. He signed all 4. John Moreland, I had never sent him before. I'd never heard of him, but I saw this card, thought it was cool, and I just looked up and I saw someone else had posted a return from him where he was very appreciative of the fan mail. So I thought, well, if he appreciates it, then I'm going to do it. Why the heck not? So he signed both, and he made a nice little note. So yes, he definitely appreciates it. So if you have a John Moreland card and you'd like to get an autograph for your collection from a Pirates member, And speaking of Pirates, here's the breakdown of the 34 athletes in this video. 14 Pirates, 14 other baseball players, 7 football, 7 hockey, 1 wrestler, 1 race car driver, 1 movie, and 2 from Jeopardy. So, quite the nice mixture here. I sent 3 to Elroy Face. I send to him about 3 times a year, and I alternate with donations, and this was another one of those cases where it was not donation time. But yeah, this card you're going to see again. I'm going to put this off to the side, but Elroy Face right there, also signed by Bill Verdon, Frank Thomas, and somebody else that I'll mention in just a moment. First time ever sending to Ken Maka, and he signed both, plus the index card. God, he has a nice signature. Vance Law has a great signature. I gave him a $5 donation because I send to him about twice a year, and he signed all 4 cards and the index card. I have never heard of this guy, Joe Sangrini. Never heard of him, but I really like that card. I mean, it's got like the looks like the old shoe where you would press the pump button, it'd fill your shoe with some air. He's got the cardboard sign with his thumb in the air, hitching a ride to Pittsburgh, the bow and shore. I thought that was a really cool card, and he wrote a nice little note too. Not as nice as John Moreland's, but still really, really nice. So I'm glad I sent that to him for my Pirates collection. Bob Kipper, I send to him about twice a year. He signed, I think, 4. This was my first time ever sending to Ron Gant, and he's a bit of a TTM hero. He doesn't require a donation, so I figured this is my first time I sent to him. I'm going to send every card I have. I sent all 5. I rarely send 5 cards without a donation, period. But considering how he has been signing for everybody for so long, I went ahead and went for it, and he signed all 5. That's cool, and they're a lot of the sets that I enjoyed collecting when I was younger, too, so that's really cool. Now, my one buddy's not going to be as appreciative of this. He sent to Mike Ditka. He saw some returns. He asked me to look up the address for him to double check his research. And yeah, there had not been a lot of returns coming back yet from him. So his got forwarded in. It still hasn't been signed, but he told me where it was forwarded, so I double checked the addresses. And by then, he's had successes from a certain address on SCN. And yeah, I sent both cards and got them right away. My one buddy's still waiting to try to get those cards back. Or items back. This is my favorite one for the month, without a doubt. My favorite one of the month. I sent 2 of these blank autograph cards to Alex Trebek, and he signed them both, and he signed the index cards. Yeah, this is so cool. Alex Trebek, host of Jeopardy. The answer is Alex Trebek. I mean, with everything going on, for him to answer fan mail, he's one of those people I worry people are taking advantage of, but you know, I sent 2 blank autograph cards. If he signed them, great. If he's tired of it, fine. And you know, I wasn't going to send him, you know, other things. But look at that. That is so cool. Who is Alex Trebek? Steve knows. Yeah, my favorite of the whole thing for sure. And then he even signed the other one. I've been throwing 2 index cards inside my envelopes because these are real thin. They're not the heavyweight ones that I like to use. I ran out, so for, you know, maybe, you know, about a month I was using these really thin ones that get bent really easily, and I like the heavyweight ones because they add protection to the mailer, but kind of worked out because he signed both of them. So we got Dave Dravecki. Really amazing story. My friend told me about him, and I found 2 of his cards and had to send them out right away. I was a little bit surprised I had not heard of his story. He's great. It's very impressive. First time ever sending to Craig Adams, who was a Penguins player. I had no cards, but I had this Pittsburgh Penguins-based autograph card and this hockey-based autograph card. He signed them both. All right, I'm going to slide that 1 card from earlier back in. Dick Grote, I sent a $5 donation because I send to him about 3 times a year, and as always, he returned my $5 donation, which he did not have to do that. It's like a practice. You have to beg the guy to keep the money, but he doesn't. But got 3 back from Dick Grote. And that's where this card comes back. So next one I'm going to send this to is Vern Law, and if he signs it there to make this somewhat a symmetrical piece, I think I'll be done. I know that sounds weird, but you know, you can only send something so much, and I want to get Vern Law next. He's a donation, but I'll gladly do that for him. All right, this card took 172 days to get back. He's a $5 donation, $5 per. So I sent him 4 cards 172 days ago, and I got 3 of them back because I think the group that he does his fundraising through, you know, he signs a bunch of cards and leaves it with them. So if you send him a card that they already have in stock that's signed by him, they'll switch it out and send it to you. But they sent me a note saying that they were going to, you know, if they sent 3 of them back with a note saying they're going to wait for him to come back before they send my 4th one back, which is great because it's the gold card version. Well, obviously the health situation hit, and then I finally got it back 172 days later. I'd written it off, figuring it's fine. It's for a donation. I mean, it's not just a fee. It's a legit donation. But he signed this, and he even gave me a nice little note. Steven, thanks for being a great fan, Jason Grilly. And he signed the other index card, Jason Grilly Grilled Cheese. Oh my gosh, you pay for his inscription. He included it for me, which I really appreciate that. And once again, sending 2 index cards instead of 1 paid off in this case, inadvertently, because I got 2 extra autographs of him. But I'd rather send 1 thicker index card for protection in the mail. So I saw Ken Jennings. First time I ever sent to him, I saw he was signing in the mail, and I bought 2 cards on eBay, sent it. He signed it back right away in like a blue paint pen, which is really cool. Dang, that's really cool. Goes great with the Alex Trebek, don't it? So first time ever sending to Scottie Bowman. He signed both autograph cards and the index card. I knew he had signed TTM, but I just never really got to it because I knew I didn't have cards of him. Troy Loney, I send to him once a year. Signed all 4. Okay, next up, Mike Easler. You saw him in my other video. I sent him a photo and 2 trading cards. He signed the photo, which you saw in the other video. It was a really cool photo. It really wasn't a photo. It was like an uncut sheet of baseball cards with a Pepsi/7-Eleven sponsorship. But he did sign this 1 card, so I was fine with that. Thank you. So I don't really know how to say his name, Sami Sayani. He was a Pittsburgh Pirates prospect, so I sent this to the training camp back on February 22nd, and 174 days later, I got the card signed and the index card signed, so very cool. Oh my goodness, pronouncing his name has escaped my head. Shame on me, Mike Irizoni. Oh my gosh, scored the goal in the Miracle on Ice. Shame on me. Barry Melrose. I had sent to Barry Melrose and Mike Irizoni once before ever, so I thought let's go for it. Matt Spaeth I send once a year. He signed all 3. James Marvel, I sent 3 cards. He sent back 4. That's so awesome. He was like a normal Sharpie for those cards and a thin Sharpie for the multiplayer cards. That's so nice of him. I was his very first autograph in the Major League level too. That long story short. I mean, I'm not a ball player chaser autograph fan. You know, I don't chase around, but that was cool how that happened. Wrote a nice little note. I did not count this as an autograph. 2 from John Olerud. I've sent to him 2 other times ever. Uncle Rico, John Grace. That's so cool. I actually got 2 more. I actually got 2 more of these made out to Clint, who is a fan. Those have been sent out. He was very appreciative of this, and you can see he wrote this nice note. So here you go. If you want to pause it, check it out. 3 back from Darryl Waltrip, 203 days later. I mean, I figured they were gone, but 203 back plus the 2 index cards. 2 back from Hall of Fame football player Aeneas Williams. That looks really nice actually in person with the jersey card, the blue swatch with the blue autograph and the slightly blue background. Love the Bible verse inscriptions. 2 back from Felix Wright, who I would not have sent to, but you know, he's 1989 NFL interception leader, so I just had to go for it. So 2 cards, you know, it's a great stat. Mike Rozier, you know, he was a Heisman player. He signed both cards. I got 4 back from Randy Hillier. I send to him once a year. Those other few people you saw before, I'd never sent to before. I'd never sent to Shane Lechner before. He signed all 3. Rich Camilleri, never sent to him before, but he was the 1989 punting leader, so I thought that was a cool thing, and he signed all 3. And to finish it off, 3 of 3 back from Tomas Vokoun, who I send to once or twice a year, kind of depends on the year and depends on whether I have cards or not of him. I really appreciate watching those backup goalies do so well for the Penguins. Let me know in the comments below which one was your favorite. I appreciate it. Let me know if you'd rather see this once a week instead of once a month. As always,